See this gentleman? He's giving me this sign, and it says, "We're on in 10 seconds, so get ready to have a good time." Alright, here we go. This is exciting, isn't it?
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, KGB Monday Open Mic! Are you ready?
Billy Jones, Jody Watley, and me, Dana, and Kingsley. Now, because only he brings out the natural luster of the one, Larry Sanders.
KGB Open Mic Monday! Everybody, thank you for making it out of the rain. Thank you for coming out. We're gonna have a good time. Get ready to have a good time. Larry's there, Hank's there. You're all here. Thank you. We're doing it, KGB Open Mic. You brought your talent. New York City, the premier cultural capital of the universe. Everybody, the greatest open mic in the world. Probably in this room tonight. And it's hot. It's the hottest show in New York, everybody. New York Magazine, Wall Street Journal, Vice Magazine. I was reading this thing about Thoreau on his lecture tour, and I was like, that's show business. That's what I want to do. I want to take the time machine back to 1853 and go to a Thoreau lecture. Because, I mean, that's what we're trying to cultivate here. Just listening, everybody bringing their talent. The audience is super supportive, listening, and intellectual show business. We want to be celebrity academics. I think, podcasting, we want to get into the live talk space. It's an open mic. You use it for what you want to use it for. So you have 5 minutes. Comedians get 5 minutes. I give you the light. I love it. I love to give the light. Maybe I'll do a little stretch time piano spiel for everybody. I'll add a little. I played this open mic. I've been going to all kind of open mics. I've been in open mics in New Jersey. I've been to open mics in Long Island City, baby. Yeah, baby. I've been to open mics in Brooklyn. I went to Young Ethel's open mic. Has anybody been to Young Ethel's open mic? It's a great open mic. Very recommended. They're our competition. We're going to crush them. This is the Monday Night Wars. This is Raw, baby. So, Eno, I also want to quote Eno when you're thinking about what happens tonight. Eno, the genius of the scene. We're trying to create a third place here and a scene. And so talk amongst yourselves, talk to each other, get to know each other, become friends. Every Monday, this is your home in New York by the 5 spot. You know, the cultural heritage is just crazy in this nexus of energy. The locus of like artistic creative energy. The 5 spot was right there. La Mama is right there. Poetry Project, bam, bam, bam. He was telling me Bronx Brewery is right over here. Anyway Cafe. And also, was saying kind of the most interesting place a lot of the time is between the disciplines. Like between the genres. Sometimes it's not necessarily music, sometimes it's not necessarily acting. But if you want to do a monologue, I really want actors to bring their monologues here, do monologues and write monologues, and do performance art. I put a flyer up at the Drama Bookshop in Midtown, Lin-Manuel Miranda's Drama Bookshop, and hopefully some actors will come out and do monologues. And so if you're a performance artist, if you just want to do something, if you want to show and tell, if you want to bring something, just come out. So without further ado, we'll get started. Thank you once again, everybody, for coming out. It's a 2-drink minimum. Let's tip your bartender, please. You can sign up in advance on easyparadise.mag on Instagram. So sign up for next week immediately. Send me a message right now. Let's have a big round of applause for our first act. Mr. Jonatan Arellano, everybody.
Hello?
Hey.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah. This is my first time performing anywhere. So, thank you, and I apologize if I fuck up. This title is called 20 to 40 years old, and I recently just came back to New York, lived here my entire life, and I've been gone away for about 3 years in Mexico. This is just me dealing with my grief and just me dealing with everything that happened after the pandemic. So, thank you so much for listening. 20 to 40 years old. Even after having her bare skin against mine, her face reminds me of a time and place when I had it all. My mother, my aunt, and my uncle still drew breath. I was a shade darker. My Spanish was getting better. A time and place when Mexico felt like home. There's no road in this town, no bar, no house that will ever feel like a home again. When I look down at this woman, she reminds me of everything and everyone, every rose cut, every lime tree sold, every fight I lost. In this hotel room, it's fucking hot. I think to myself, looking down at this woman, sweat dripping down from my forehead like raindrops falling down from petals. Drip, drop, drip, landing on her lower back, trembles, shakes, impact of impact. Stillness settles after the storm. I push her away and then pull her close to my chest. Her eyes looking up at a man half her age. Even after taking a Viagra, 2 shots of tequila, I think of a time and place when I stood over their graves and cried. Smiles from dimple to dimple. I look like my mother. I look just like my aunt. I look just like my uncle. This room is too fucking hot. The scent of her perfumes intertwined with the musk, like trash bags left next to a garden filled with roses. Hold on. Get up for a second. I need to go to the bathroom myself. Tapping her shoulder, she looks up at a man half her age. ¿Estás bien, amor? Slam the door behind me. I go on both knees like a prayer. Sweat dripping down from my forehead like bullets shot in the air, making their way down. I vomit. No more tequila. No more Viagra. I'm empty like an unloaded gun. Nothing but clicks and no bullets. I get up from my talk to God and see stars so dark I almost fall over. I need air. Opening the door, I see the woman. Opening the door, I see this woman waiting for me in bed, the blankets covering her breast so perfectly. I give her this smile, this shameful expression of desperation and passion that said, do you still want to fuck me? She pushes me away and asks, ¿Estás bien, amor? And pulls me into bed, placing her head on my chest, laying one hand on my stomach. Looking down at this woman twice my age, she reminds me of a time and place when I was engaged to a woman I loved. You know what's funny, she says? I reply. Your little brother, El Güero, with the curly hair. He went to school with my son. How do you think I fucking felt? Looking down at a woman twice my age. She keeps saying the wrong thing at the right time to pull me closer. Just as I was backing away, she says, your mom, when she was alive, she used to give me advice when I came into the shop. She looked into my eyes and noticed something was off. I miss her. I do too. I miss a time and place that doesn't exist anymore. A time and place that won't stand up on its own. A time and place when I had it all. A time and place when they still drew breath. Now it's 10 o'clock. Now it's 10 o'clock at night in a hotel room in Mexico. Looking down at this woman who deserved better from a man she admitted to admire. Now I'm on my own. To find the time to chase my dream and to build another home. Thank you.
Beautiful, Jonathan, arellano, everybody. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to share work, don't be shy. There's nothing to be, be nervous about. Everyone's very supportive, so we love having people get up for the first time. That's awesome. Let's keep it going for our next act. Andrea J Wang, everybody.
Let's give it up again for the previous act. His first.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's an immigrant story, very powerful. Is he still here? You said you're from Mexico? You're from Mexico? That's cool. All right. Any other immigrants in the crowd? Just one. A little bit. Okay, that's something. That's an ethnic noise. Okay. My parents. No, it's a really cool. Our parents. They go through a lot to get here, right? To make it in this country. I was born here, but my parents are both from China. Immigrants from China, and my dad. He came here alone when he was very young, and he only had $20 in his pocket, right? You guys have heard this story. And my mom, she followed shortly after. Only had $10 in her pocket. Because women have smaller pockets. You guys, I'm just kidding, that's a joke. I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit here. What else is new with me? I had a breakup recently. Oh, thank you. That's nice. It's okay. It was actually only 6 months. But I still think about it. But, they say you're not supposed to talk to each other after you break up, right? That's like a common thing people say. I was like, let's not communicate unless it's something really, really important. And he was like, okay. And the first time he initiated contact, he texted and said, dude, I just got my first tattoo, and it's of the state of Ohio. And some of you, I wish I should is there a projector here? It's on his arm, it's crazy. It's funny because he's like a skinny Asian dude, he's not even really from there. So that's one thing he shared with me. The other thing was, he was like, I don't want you to feel bad, but I've been dating again. And I said, okay, are you on those apps or whatever? And he said, well, I'm on this one app called J Swipe. So they have options there where you can choose what type of Jewish you are, right?
Is there an option for super Jewish?
Who's super? That's Orthodox, right? I don't know. I can't. Is that kind of how it works? Well, there's options there, right? It says Orthodox, Reform, whatever it is. I was like, oh, so what did you put? And he said, well, there's a third option, which is willing to convert. It's okay. We've all done crazy things. He's not the only one. Any Jewish women in the crowd? Okay, so if you see a skinny Asian dude on J Swipe with a tattoo of Ohio on his right arm, he's a good guy. Recommend him. He's a good guy. I live in a basement. Where is sorry, Mitchell. Sorry, I just want to say, okay, it's fine. I live in a basement in Brooklyn. Anybody else can't afford to live on the ground level? It's crazy. Speaking of, what was I say? Oh, I promise this is relevant. I went on a Tinder date, okay, for the first time in a while. And the guy was like, I want to be straight up with you. I just want to have casual sex. And I said, I'm not really interested in that. And he said, oh, so you want a relationship? I said, no, I'm not ready for that either. And he said, what do you want? And I thought, because I live in a basement, I think I just want to sleep over at someone's house that might have something resembling a window. Like, I don't think I'm looking for a love connection. I think I'm just vitamin D deficient. Right? It's been 5 minutes, sorry. And one more. It's crazy. Anyone else dating in this big old town? What else is going on? Forgive me. I think I have weird taste in guys, though. I think I have weird taste in guys, trying to pull the crowd. I saw a guy wearing like those toe shoes with the individual toes outlined. He was strutting around town with like a rolling backpack. I don't know. When I see something like that, I'm just like, I want you in my lap. I don't know. That's the kind of guy I like. All right, thank you guys so much. Give it up.
Andrea J Wang, everybody. Very funny stuff. Let's keep it going for Anne-Marie Errico, everybody. Next time.
What's up, you guys? This stage is so tiny, I feel like I'm on a polar ice cap. So, I have a request. Can we, stop making TV shows for, 20 years, please? I am so behind, I can't keep up. I have epilepsy, and turning on my Roku gives me a seizure. It's just Jesus. And, scrolling to find something to watch is a TV show in and of itself. It's on today's episode of What the Fuck Should I Watch? Anne-Marie keeps getting recommended The King of Queens for some reason, even though she said she wasn't interested. What happened that her life ended up this way? It's also weird, I'm kind of wondering, what shows will I not finish before I die? I'm doing the math. I've never seen a single episode of Law & Order, and I'm 29. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah. I used to be pissed off whenever shows that I liked would turn bad, but now that I am approaching death, I actually really appreciate the saved time. When The Big Bang Theory stopped being watchable after season 3, I saved 9 years. That went on for 12 fucking seasons for some reason. We're not gonna get into why, but 9 years, you can do so much. And so I took those 9 years and I looked at my phone. Anyone watching that new Dahmer show on Netflix? Oh, good. Okay, so we can bond over this. I am not going to watch it. I've already watched the first 5,000 documentaries about Jeffrey Dahmer. I wish we would just shut the fuck up about all of them. Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, they're like the Kardashians of serial killers. You know? Yeah, what the fuck was I saying? Sorry. I was just thinking about how handsome Ted Bundy is. I'm actually kind of getting desensitized to it. I'm kind of wondering, am I a serial killer? Because they're Ted Bundy confessed to 38 murders. And Jeffrey Dahmer took hundreds of Polaroids of his victims. Yeah, I've seen them all, right? It's too much. My mind is already fucked up enough, so... Speaking of, yes, it is true I do have epilepsy. It's a seizure disorder, if you didn't know. It's the seizure disorder everyone claims they have when strobe lights come on. But it's actually a misconception. Not a lot of people with epilepsy react to strobe lights, so I am not one of those people. But I will happily pretend to have a seizure if it means we don't have to look at strobe lights. Who likes them? Who is enjoying this? Really, it's just lights on, lights off. Just make a decision and stick with it, please. And people have asked me, Anne-Marie, what's it like to have a seizure? The way that I can put it for you is, imagine that your brain has decided to go to a rave without you, and then you wake up feeling hungover from Molly that you didn't take. It's like, you went to Burning Man without me? How dare you? Seizures have really funny timing too. My first one was April 14th, 2016. This is a true story. I was in my TV room when it happened, and it was in the middle of a Democratic presidential debate. I love the idea that my brain was literally like, fuck it, I'm out, I'm not watching this shit. Let's just bite our tongue until it bleeds instead. That'd be more fun. And I was definitely pretty bummed out when I was diagnosed, but I can now look on the bright side. I have a great party trick, for instance. I can make everyone cry and rack up a $20,000 ambulance bill in less than 30 seconds. Hey, yeah, I'm a lot of fun at parties. Yeah. And something that you have to consider also when you have epilepsy and you're dating someone, you have to have that conversation. You have to let them know. So my conversation sort of goes like this. Babe, are you prepared to accept the fact that if I have a seizure while I'm blowing you, I might accidentally bite your dick off? Anyway, I'm single, guys.
Marie Errico, everybody. All right, we got next up one of our favorites here, Jason Trachtenberg. Jason Trachtenberg, are you out there?
Thank you. I'm looking forward to this all day long. I'm gonna put these up here. Don't tell me to forget that. I mean, you know, don't. Please tell me to remember them. Sorry, I think that through for a second. I'm gonna do one song tonight because I'm gonna keep things moving a little bit, but I'm gonna make it count. How's that? You guys are easy, jeez. Oh, my band actually has a show at Young Ethel's. Thanks for talking about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never been there before. Is that a fun spot?
Yeah, it's really nice.
It seems like it. Anyway, it's gonna be on Thursday, October 27th. We're kind of like the Rolling Stones, sort of. It's a cornerstone band of rock and roll. I thought they were a serious rock band. I didn't know it was like that. They wouldn't be pleased. But anyway, that's Thursday, October 27th at Young Ethel's, and a couple other shows as well too. So you can talk to me about that later. I'll be here all night. I always wanted to write a retrospective song where I was looking back over the years, looking at my life, thinking about at least 3 different things for the verses and 1 thing for the middle section. And that is like a genre of song, the reflective, retrospective genre. So this is my addition. Tell me if I'm using this word correct. To the canon. That never made sense to me. Kaboom! Right, here it is. See, that doesn't make any sense unless you add the kaboom. Mix this stuff up. Okay. Song's called Through the Years. Piano sounding good tonight, right? Sound good? Yeah. Okay. It's the first night besides that. True story. Many have I found, and many have I lost, and many split the difference between the profit and the cost. This is my life, right? I've been so stylish through the years. I don't know how many times you think you thought you knew me, and then how many times you say you saw right through me. To be so stylish through the years. I've been so popular through the cheers. how many times those dues you said you're paying, you meaning I. And when somebody else's wishes weren't weighing to be so popular through the years. Many have I found, and many have I lost, and many split the difference between the profit and the cost. I only do one piano solo a night. It seems to be the socially acceptable time. Yeah. How many times I thought I'd get there early, and then how many times I thought it through so thoroughly. Phew. To be so punctual through the years, that's like the clock. To be so popular through the cheers. To be so stylish through the years, through the years, through the years. Thanks for the years.
Jason Trachtenberg, everybody. October 27th. The song Silence, a beautiful union of lyrics and music. Come back.
Thank you. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
All right. We're lucky to have him. The soul of the Easy Paradise Monday open mic. Jason Trachtenberg, ladies and gentlemen. A legend. That old New York. Cabaret, baby. Broadway. Let's hear it for Jaron Young. Let's get Jaron Young up here.
Thank you. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
What's up? What's good? Man, it's always weird doing comedy after somebody with talent. It's a weird thing to be like, hey, somebody plays piano and be like, hey, but listen to these jokes I wrote. With no music to it either. It's just listen to me talk. Yeah. I got health insurance. It already feels inadequate, right? No, I got health insurance, man. It's an interesting thing, man, because like this is my first time ever having health insurance like as an adult, right? Like I'm 34, I got health insurance, right? So just 26 to 34 was just me praying. That's all it was. Just 8 years of prayer. That's what it was. Please God, no. And I have health insurance now. It's an interesting thing. Like I've never had it before. I've never paid for it before. But it's very expensive, and it's the only thing in my life that I pray that I waste. You know? Yeah. Right? Like it's a very weird thing. Like there's no. Like I'm not like paying for Netflix. Like man, I hope I never watch Stranger Things. You know? Right? It's the only thing in my life that I'm hoping I don't use. And I feel like that's a weird thing, you know? Like I've done all this shit, like I've gone to the doctor, you know, I've gotten a physical, I've been to the dentist, I've gotten glasses, you know, and I feel like at this point I'm just paying for nothing. And I feel like I should get a punch card. You know? Like you get a health insurance punch card. Like the health insurance has come with rewards along the way if you don't use it, you know. Like 3 months in, you should just, you know, if you break a leg, you break 2 legs, you should get another leg free. You know? Should be fucking break one, get one. You know? And then in like 6 months in, you should be able to I don't know, you should be able to get new knees. Just cause that's what I need. You know? Just cause that's what I need. And then like if you pay for health insurance for a year and you don't need it, you should be able to call dibs on a kidney. You know? It's like, yeah, I want that kidney. You don't try. That's what I want. If you die, I want that kidney. You know what I mean? You should just be able to. I don't know, it's a very weird thing, man, so I've been trying to figure out how to make it worth it, how to make it not a waste of money. So I just decided I'm just gonna take more risks in life. Right? Like I bought a bike, but I didn't get a helmet. Cause like it's treated like my phone, you know. Like I pay for insurance on my phone. I didn't get a case for that. You know, right? Like I eat dollar oysters everywhere. Like, is this warm? Fuck it, they got me. Doesn't matter, you know. Taking risks, man. I reach for my phone around cops. Like, don't shoot, I got Aetna. Stop, you know. I don't know, man. Like it's a weird thing having it. You don't use it, and it's a weird thing because it's not free, and you don't get anything for free, and that's why, you know, like people were skeptical of like vaccines and shit because like people they don't give anything for free like ever, you know. Like I'm vaxxed, and I remember when they were giving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for free out on the subway, which that's where it belongs, right? You know, like people were skeptical. I was skeptical too. I was like, how do I even know that that's a nurse? It might just be a dude who found the needle. Just go down there and he's like, yo, tie up. I'm like, is that a medical term? Take my belt, tie you up. Put this Johnson & Johnson in your veins. You know it works if you feel happy. Alright, I think that's my time, y'all. This has been fun. I've been Jeremiah. Thank you.
Jaron Young, everybody. I got that Johnson & Johnson. Delicious, like DMT. All right, it's Lorenzo Landini out there.
All right, yeah.
Let's have it for Lorenzo Landini, everybody.
I got an instrument, so you can all talk amongst yourselves for a second.
We'll be here every Monday, you know, or just text me or whatever. Oh, yeah. You know?
I like it. I think it looks good.
It looks better.
Shaped up. Yeah.
So inspire confidence. Yeah. Oh no, you really don't. Thanks, sweetie. I'm playing 2 songs I've never played for folks because I'm working on a new record.
Yeah, right.
You guys are going to tell me if they work. High levels there. All right, good.
Both of these teams, I hate myself. Spread out, spread thin, spread empty. Mercury on the couch in slow motion. Is this rest or avoidance? Is this still survival?
running, heart hurting, maybe just from watching this shit. Never mind the horses, never mind the horses. Wouldn't mind the inferno and my glass of ice. I'm rooting for the earthquake. Full time, surely right. I'm ready for it to end. See all my unread books avalanche. See the dirty dishes cascade through fissures in the earth. I am lonely, I am hurting, I would trade this pain for a morning moon. And then I won't have any of this shit to do. Wouldn't mind the comet, wouldn't mind the horseman. Wouldn't mind the inferno, wouldn't mind glass of ice. I am rooting for the earthquake. Fisca la fine, signore. I'm ready for it to. Don't wanna watch, not really. Don't wanna watch, not really. But it's on. It's keeping me company. Wouldn't mind the comet, wouldn't mind the horseman. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the inferno, wouldn't mind less of ice. I'm ready for the earthquake. Per favore, signore. I managed to kill the day.
Thank you very much. I have one more if that's kosher, and I'll move so I can actually read the lyrics here. Thank goodness I remember most of those. So I'm the amazing Lorenzo Landini. I've got a show up in Washington Heights as well on the 20th of October if you guys want to come check me out. I've got a record out. I've got business cards like a dork. They have the QR code on them though, so you don't have to actually keep track of it. And yeah, if you like what you hear, I have other stuff that I worked on for longer. This is a song about, is anyone a baseball fan here? Yeah. Some very tentative baseball fans. It's great. I get it. It's embarrassing in public. There's a stat in baseball called WAR. It means wins above replacement. It's very complicated to explain, and I don't try to explain in the song, but I feel like that's necessary info. All these new songs are about sports and how they can be really fucked up. Categorize me, package me for consumption. And I will defy the numbers on your screen. My spirit will scream and break your goddamn machine. That's right. Learning every day, faking it in, but also gotta express myself. Oh, you don't like my brand of magic? Well, you're lost, you're lost, you're lost, you're lost, you're lost, you're lost, you're
It might kill my talent before you can see what my spirit can be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not your dad. I'm not mad at the modern game without its man. Oh no, but 100 years back we'd play for our towns, and now it's just a fucking cash bloodbath. To have fun. No, do you remember having fun? Yards after catch, duels won. Just see his numbers at the combine. Lives per minute, XG per 90. It's kilometers run or miles if you're like me. Passes defense on base plus slugging. I think there's some good ones I'm leaving out about cricket. Well, maybe we should just go back to war. War. No, I'm still starving for artistry. Assholes and drug addicts and children carving out poetry. Keep getting biology when I asked for fantasy, and I read a lot of romances, I guess, and they lied to me, so God, this efficiency is just boring. No, it's not boring, it's killing me. Oh, it's killing. Is this the end? No, it's not quite yet. We're still alive with our hearts in our heads, ready for a new season or a new era where we live and when we entertain. The numbers determine my worth. Well then, God, I hope I had a good war. Thank you guys so much. Sorry I went over time. I'll see you guys soon, I hope. Thank you.
Value, 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 value. Lorenzo, Landini, everybody. Bringing value, adding value, good content. It's all about the content and the views and the listens and the clicks and the likes. Is Natalie here? Natalie couldn't make it. Natalie sent me stripper poems, and they are incredible. They are absolutely great poems. I will. I don't have them right now, but I'm going to get them, and I'll read some of her stripper poems. So I'll be back with Natalie's in her stead. They're incredible. They're really amazing. Eddie Stone.
Right here.
All right, Eddie Stone.
So, the reason I don't like to do Molly at a concert is it doesn't change my behavior. I don't act any differently. I still spend the whole concert staring at some girl's butt. It's just now I think it's okay because I love her. The hip-hop artist Jay-Z famously said that he has 99 problems, but a bitch is not one. Which goes to show you that it's tough to be a rapper. Not only was his life a wreck, he was lonely. That song sounded gangster, but it was a cry for help. And we missed it, Jay. I'm sorry. You didn't catch that one. The holidays are coming up. And holidays are great. I like them. You know, they're fun. St. Patrick's Day is one of my favorites because it's the only day of the year where it's acceptable to demand a sexual favor on the basis of your ethnicity. Kiss me, I'm Irish. How about that's a really bad reason for me to hook up with you? It's also really unfair, because there are no days of the year where give me a hand job on Park Scandinavian flies. Nobody's ever on board for that one. If I think a girl is cute, I will wink at her, because what I'm doing is I'm showing off. I'm saying, that's right, babe, I only need one of these things. I don't have to look at the left half of the room if I don't want to. She comes over, she says, I like your eyelid control. Let's dance. Let's do it. Yeah, I've been seeing this girl for a little while now. She's good looking, actually. Ugly, but like 20/20 vision. Really good peepers. I like her. She's not too bad. But you know what bothers me are can openers. I hate that they're called that, can opener. That's so pretentious. I am the can opener. You are just a tool. We don't call spoons ice cream eaters. My hands are not masturbators. I am the masturbator. It's me. Yeah, but I've been trying vocal warm-ups before I do comedy now. You know, like Peter and his pickles. And just like, from a strictly economic perspective, in terms of supply and demand, by the seashore is a terrible place to try to sell seashells. Would you like to buy a seashell? No thanks, I'll just pick up my own. That's fine. Thank God for the letter H in the word pheasants, right? It's an important letter. That's the only thing keeping those birds from becoming poor commoners. All right. Poor commoner over there. Yeah, so my boss said I have to dress up for work now. Says I have to wear button-downs around the office. But I don't like being told what to do. So when I put them on in the morning, I will start from the bottom. When I get to the office, he says, nice button down. In my head, I'm like, ha, this one's buttoned up. Not the same. But my brother is obese. He's overweight. He struggles with it. He's working on it. He comes to me. He says, Eddie, food is an addiction. Why is there no 12-step program for food? I was like, because it takes more steps than that, fatty. You need a 12 million step program combined with a healthy diet to solve your problem. Yeah. I ride my bike around. I ride my bike a lot. And when I lock it up, I use a U-lock, which means that every day I get to decide if I want to keep the tire or the frame. But only one. You cannot keep both. I was in court the other day for reasons unrelated to this joke, and when I was there, the bailiff said, all rise for the Honorable Judge Caddy. And I personally feel like we should just fire all the dishonorable judges so we don't have to clear that up every time one walks into the room. You know you're fucked if the bailiff is like, everybody get up for Greg. He's not great. He's all over the place. No offense to homeless people, but I feel like if I had all day to do it, I could make a better sign. They're not even trying. Like, there's no fancy S or anything. It's a real phone in. There's a new lady sitting next to me at work, and I noticed recently that she has a small Hindu statue on her desk with a number of swastikas on it. And I was surprised by this because I hadn't heard about the Fuhrer reaching enlightenment or anything like that, and so I had some questions, but she explained it to me. She explained that the swastika is actually an ancient Hindu symbol. Yeah, it turns out that long before Hitler used it, or the Nazis put it on their flag, thousands of years prior, the Hindus already hated the Jews. Thanks, guys. I'm nice now.
Eddie Stone. Okay. I'm gonna read this stripper poem.
Yeah!
It's called Broken Dollar Bills. Broken dollar bills. Due to the nature of the environment, the sensual rowdiness, mistakes do happen. Dollar bills get crumpled and thrown, slipped into my G-string, and then ripped out and torn. I pulled one out and got a paper cut right next to my clitoris. Money is made of linen, though, so I guess it was really a linen cut. When I get home, I tape the broken dollar bills back together while I count. I love the crisp new bills the best. I joked to my dancer friend that we could save them and make a collage of broken $1 bills. If you have over 51% of the bill, though, a bank has to take it. So maybe we could just use the other 49%. At that rate, we could just rip all of them right down that 51% line. We could bring thousands of just over half dollar bills to the bank to be exchanged. That seems tedious though, but I really don't want to give up this whole collage idea. So maybe we could just decide that it was all worth nothing and just rip up all the dollar bills like confetti. 5% here, 2% there. We could just shred them or burn them. I never knew what burning linen smelled like before. Imagine a bonfire. Imagine me burning everything I sweat over, all we had worked for. See, isn't that dope? 51%, that's true. Natalie, that's Natalie. Natalie writes poetry on Instagram. Also, if you want to sign up for next week, you can do it right now. Just do it on Instagram. Somebody already signed up, so message me, Easy Paradise Mag. Let's have a big round of applause for Nomi K. Baker, everybody.
Was anyone else absolutely shocked when the host from Chopped said the word clitoris? Oh my God. I really hope Natalie gave you permission to read that to all of us. Nothing quite like men. Alright, I won't go down that road. Comedians seem to be the cockroaches of the mics. We're taking over. I'm here for it. I love going to these kinds of things, and I'm the only comedian because the pressure's really on. Okay, my name is Nomi because I want all of you to know me. Dad joke of the set. I'm from New York. I just moved back. I was stuck in the South for a few years. Do not recommend.
Where?
Anyone from the South?
Where?
Where? I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, right.
I can't see anyone. Huh? Yeah, everyone, well, the thing is, everyone lied to me. They were like, Atlanta's not the South. Like, Atlanta's a blue bubble, and like, Stacey Abrams will deliver us. And this is an intellectual crowd, right? And then she lost, and to this day, Atlanta's population's only about 75% vaccinated, so, yeah, 1 out of 4 Atlantans did not want the free Krispy Kreme or whatever they use to bribe stupid people to, you know, not die. But yeah, I moved back. It's good to be here. Where you live determines your health. Like, I had to move back north just to have unprotected penis sex. And that's with an IUD, but if you didn't know, IUD just stands for I underestimated democracy. I actually had to break up with my girlfriend because she didn't move with me, and the L in our acronym does not stand for long distance. Not about that. My ex told me that I have major anger inside of me, because that's what she named her dildo. Major anger, reporting for duty. She was always on her phone, super annoying, especially when I was patiently waiting for her to put out. And it was always when I finally decided to be productive, like reached for a book, because I'm sophisticated. Suddenly she would pounce on me, like, nothing got my cosplaying girlfriend wetter than science fiction, which is exactly what Republicans think gay sex is. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Female Climax. They need it more than I do. Being queer and Jewish, naturally I love musicals, and I saw Urinetown recently. Anyone see it? So if you don't know Urinetown, it is a play on words. It sounds like you are in town, but it's actually urine, like pee. And basically it's a dystopia where everyone has to pay to go to the bathroom. But that's just New York City. Like, I'm out here like, oh man, the entry fee at Starbucks went up again. I'll just hold it till I get home on the F train. No, this is like a serious problem, right? And like Mayor Adams, he's not addressing it, not to get political, but no, I decided like when I run for mayor, right? Single platform issue, okay? A vote for me is a vote for pee. We're gonna have public bathrooms everywhere. It's a human right. And And speaking of human rights, are we still buying shit from Amazon? That's fucked up. Like, we're on the Lower East-ish, East Village-ish, Lower East-ish side. We're in New York City, like half of you are like, I'm a socialist, and then Prime Day comes around, and they don't treat their people right. Like, what are we? Like, oh, I need my toaster tomorrow. Like, go down Broadway, say hi to Tony at Tony's Toasters, right? Like, support your local businesses. Same with Starbucks. Like, we read about the unions. Okay, I see you. Like, just any local coffee shop would be thrilled to whip up your diabetic concoction, right? So, like, all I'm saying is, okay, both Starbucks and Amazon are from Seattle. And Seattle is the city in this country with the highest suicide rate. So that's what you're supporting with your dollars. Sleepless, no, lifeless in Seattle, okay? So thanks so much. I'm Nomi, now you know me. Keep it going for your host.
WK Baker, everybody. Is Sarah Osit here? Sarah Osit. Okay. Next week. Bruce E Whitaker. Are you ready? Let's have a big round of applause. Great poet, Bruce E Whitaker, everybody.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, good evening, everyone. I'm going to be very brief. I'm only a poet, so here we go. I don't know what to say about these. These are new poems, kind of hot off the press, and they're kind of based on inspiration from Josh Charles, who writes these amazing phrases that you kind of fill in the blanks. So I'm going to read them a little strangely, but just to give you space to fill in. The first is The Conservation Lab. Original tax, restrain canvas on frame. Landed gent sat in 1794. Still, every stroke speaks in north light. Climate controlled. Paper. Solvents. Solutions. Time machine. Maine hangs rusty. Brooklyn docks. Next stop, Havana. 18 inches by 24 inches. Iced coffees mist on the desk. Beauty back. Easels. Sirens sound. Evening. Hipsters slouch in the streets. Wrinkles in the mirror. Time go. Thank you.
Yeah.
This one's a little more graphic. It's called The Hay Rat.
I'm not sure I will
Sharp
know
straw,
how to put my
sweat
name
sting,
on. Can you
sun,
put it for next
throwing,
week?
lugging, heaving onto the crackling speckled rack, bales. Most snug in taut wire, some woozy and loose, bright eyes at twilight. Sweaty, veiny arms brush, hush, spill to spiky, cut grass ground, laughing lips, teeth, more wet, tongue. Rolling sweaty in talcum, become muddy, mud, mudpack, humpback. Exhale to Venus, a bare hand to the chin, damp skin, cools to prickles, hay hair raked, sun setting, half a field, gloves, hooks, back. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm also writing a series on work, and this is a duplex, which is why it's a bit repetitive, and it's called Why Do You Think They Call It Deadlines? Off with Minecraft, hours of fun and thrill, ball peen hammer batters between the ears, bells hammer hours, pendulum ticking batters ears, a bomb in my chest that won't explode, desk bombed, shrapnel of post-its, screen tabs explode, a squadron of must-dos march before desert eyes. Must-have, missed by blurred, marching red eyes, overnight redo, crap job, too tired to yawn, morning reset, Same crap, repeat, stifle that yawn. Ambushed by daydreams, mind like a child. Wandering, ambushed by remembered yearnings. Oh child, surely we're dead because this hell can't be life. How did aspiration become such hell? This piper luring our life over a cliff. A Minecraft scenario for real without the thrill. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bruce Whitaker. Do you have a book or anything out?
Coming, yes.
Book forthcoming.
Book in November.
In November. What's the press?
It's Crown Rock Media.
Crown Rock Media. Brucey Whitaker, everybody. Check out the book when it comes out. November. Thank you for the beautiful poems. Amazing. All right, very excited to welcome this next act to the stage. We're excited to have him back. Let's have a big round of applause for Raphael Dlugoff. Everybody.
I'm going to play two songs from movies. One is The Candyman, and it's going to be a medley. I'll be under 5 minutes, I swear. The Candyman and the theme from MASH. Okay, so.
Raphael Dlugoff, everybody. The theme for MASH is called Suicide is Painless. I don't know what's going on in MASH. It's supposed to be a comedy show. I mean, I guess it's a war, but It's just such a nice song. I listened to that on Spotify. I'm like searching for the MASH team. It's like, suicide is painless. What the fuck is this? All right, so we're gonna have Raphael back up to the stage to play piano. Thank you for playing the MASH theme. Amazing. For this next act, Katie Collins, everybody.
I'm gonna switch out the microphone because, you know. I just got back. I was on a plane and I just got back from Italy, so I don't want to give anybody COVID.
Thank you. Nice.
And also, does that work? Okay. It's also kind of an intro to the song, because the song is a song about New York, but it's about being in Rome and missing New York. And I was just in Rome. So. I'm in the sun, holidaying on the sidewalks of Rome, having fun, cabareting, far away from home. Later, for that fling at Sardi's, that's where everybody used to go, Sardi's. Waiter, you better bring a round of Bacardi. Who needs Manhattan with all its gray days? Who needs Manhattan and crowded subways? Who needs those withering flowers in Madison Square? You dream in ivory towers, going nowhere. Who needs Manhattan, Broadway and Staten, blues, jazz and Latin, and love gone by? Oh, nobody needs Manhattan. Nobody more than I.
Yeah.
Needs Manhattan, Broadway and Staten, blues, jazz and Latin, and love gone by. Nobody needs Manhattan. Nobody more than I. Anybody want to use my microphone?
Katie Collins and Raphael Dlugoff, everybody. This is Cafe Carlisle. Beautiful. Are you doing any gigs coming up? Anything? You got anything? Any club dates or cabaret? Book Katie Collins, everybody. That is magic. That old stuff, baby. All right, let's get Dillon Krause up here. Is Dillon Krause out there?
Hello. It's nice being on a mixed mic. I usually just go to comedy mics. It's just nice to be in a room with happy people. my girlfriend and I just opened our relationship, and the only rule that we have is we can't hook up with each other. That's it. Maybe it's a breakup. So I decided on not having kids, unless I meet a woman. I don't think about it. 'Cause I'm a single dude, so like even if I wanted a kid, you know, like I couldn't get one right now. Not a good way to put it, but like I need someone else to have it, like a woman. Really, I've done the research. That's the way it works. And because my only option right now as a single is adopt a kid, but they're not going to adopt a kid to a single who live in Brooklyn with 4 roommates. Yeah. I always hear like having kids life's greatest joy though. It's like really it's life's greatest. You've tried everything. You must have never tried a bidet. That's up there, you know. Really, it's life's greatest joy. It's like you go to your therapist, like I'm depressed. It's like all right, I'm gonna write your prescription for 1 baby. Get it filled. Yeah. It's also weird, like, isn't it weird that, like, if it's life's greatest joy, like, we accommodate parents, you know, if they're experiencing the greatest thing? Like, people without kids have harder lives, you know? We should let them board airplanes first. Just now boarding all active military and anyone who's inactive sexually. Just get on board. Enjoy your flight. I hope you find someone. Or like a pregnant woman sees me on the subway, like, oh my god, no kids, please take my seat. It's the least I can do for you. You seem like you're gonna die alone. I used to work in finance, which that was my real passion. According to my parents, at least. Apparently, I was the one kid on the playground, and everyone else was like, "I want to be a nurse. I want to be a firefighter." I was like, "I want to be finance. I want to do a leverage buyout and fire all your mommies and dads." I actually almost, before comedy, I almost went to business school. And at the last second, I decided to bail and fall back on the safety of a comedy career. I feel like it was like 5 years ago, and I feel like my life would be pretty different had I gone. Like I'd probably be like, I have like a wife and kids in a house. I'd be like 58 years old by now. When I was deciding between school and comedy, one of my friends was like, dude, you know, life is short, what do you have to lose? I'm like, money. Money, like a lot of money, actually. Money. I hate that you have to have, you do kind of need money though, you know, to live. Like when I go to the grocery store, when they're like, cash or credit, I can't be like, oh, actually, I'm just pursuing my dreams. Pass on the whole paying thing. My mom, when I was younger, she used to say like life is simpler without money, and she said you don't need money. Money isn't everything, but she said life is simpler if you have it, which I think it's actually simpler if you don't have it. You know how many friends of mine are like, God, I have so many weddings. It's just my whole summer's weddings. When someone asks me to go to their wedding, I'm like, oh, you haven't heard? I'm poor. No, I can't go. I have like no money. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I won't say anything. Oh no, tell everybody. Okay, I don't think I have time for anything else. Thanks.
Thank you for coming, Dylan Krause. Let's everybody try to adhere to that 2-drink minimum. Let's get some drinks and have a good time, get drunk. Is everybody having a good time? I mean, yes! Luke Herberman, are you all set, or can we get you up to do some awesome-ass music?
I need a guitar.
Can we borrow a guitar, anyone? I'm always borrowing guitars when I go to open mics. I don't like carrying it. I don't like schlepping it. Do we have a guitar? And just so you know, it is extremely bright up here. When you come up, you won't be able to see anything.
Did someone come forward? Otherwise,
Thanks so much, guys. You were great time.
No. Okay.
Great to see you. Thanks so
Why don't you
much.
do this guitar?
Did Lorenzo tell you where he got his guitar from? So it's secondhand.
You put the kids to bed.
Kind of.
I
was like, do you know this band? Oh boy, did
Yeah.
Down on the bottom. It's not
Thank you, Lorenzo. Well, he's like 15. Your name's Lisa, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, you're good. Okay, you're up. See, over here, you're like 6.
Everybody, I'm Luke Herberman.
Yeah.
This is Zena on the piano.
I will say this level. This is good. Okay.
A number I always do. I hope you like it. It's called 15 Days. When she took out her knife and you dropped to the ground, and all was well, and all was fine. You didn't have to go out and erase my mind. No, I'm not fine, to tell you the truth. Caught in the net like a fish in the sea, only drowning. I've no guilt to breathe. 15 days of the running I've done, hiding myself from everyone. 15 nights of sleeping alone, having no one to hold in the dark and the cold.
having no one to hold me in the dark and the cold. 15 days of running I've done to hide myself from everyone. 15 nights of sleeping alone, having no one to hold me in the dark and the cold. Months of loving a friend without an end, till you let go of my hand. Thank you. I'm Luke Herberman. Appreciate the guitar
Luke Herberman, are you playing any gigs or anything?
I'm not playing any gigs. I'm going to do this kind of thing for a while. I did a lot of shows this summer, but you never know. One might pop up. So follow me on Instagram at Luke Herbs. Yeah. Talk.
And what's your name?
Lena Tenenbaum.
Lena Tenenbaum on the keys. The magic of Monday Open Mic. Tell your friends. Come out next week. Tip your bartender. We're going to keep it rolling now. We're almost halfway. So maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 people, we may take a break depending on people what want to do, but we're going to keep it going for now. Let's have a big round of applause for Rashad Rastam, everybody. Rashad Rastam.
Hello. I'm gonna play 2 numbers, just gonna get out of your way. Everyone sounds great.
Yeah.
This first song is called Blues Country, and it's a song about being a city person and wanting to be out in the country. It's been years trying to figure trying to figure out what the hell they do with my life. Wear many hats, but not exactly wearing hats that fit just right. Seems like I dipped into a hole without knowing by now. It's almost close to how we used to be close all that time in a row. Now you're deep with the cuts, and you're one with the lust. Quit making all that fuss. It's just you, me, and us. Take me back to the farm where I used to roam and used to be alone. Take me back to the city where I used to go pretty. Not just you and the filthy. This next song is called Motorcycle, and it's when I failed my motorcycle license twice. Okay. Mr.
Rashad, Rastam. Are you playing any gigs coming up, or
No.
anything we should know about? Social media wise, or Bandcamp, or Spotify, anything? All right, well, that was beautiful. That was really beautiful, amazing. Set the tone for the autumn. Rashad, Rastam, everybody. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's keep it going for Alexander Dolabi. Is Alexander Dolabi here? Is that right? My phone is up. Yeah. Is Alexander Dolabi here? Oh, okay. Apparently not. That's too bad. Maybe next week. We'd love to see what they have to offer. What about Eric Walsh? We have an Eric Walsh? Yeah! Come on down!
Hi, my name is Eric Walsh. I am 6'4", but it's a lot more fun telling people I'm 6'1". Because when I'm asked how tall I am by a guy who's like 5'10", when I tell him I'm 6'1", he's absolutely devastated. I'm allowed to make short jokes though, because I used to be short. Sophomore year of high school, I was 5'4", so I know what it's like to be short. And that's why I decided to become tall. I hate being pretentious, but there are certain occasions where you need to quote Descartes. I had an interview once where I needed to quote Descartes. I said, I think I'd be a good fit for the job, therefore I am. They say 93% of communication is non-verbal. You know what I mean? I went to a very good college. I'm not going to say which one, but it's top 3. You know, Harvard, Yale, University of Wisconsin. I wasn't in a fraternity at Wisconsin. I was in something much better. I was in the investment banking club. We use the acronym, investment banking club's a mouthful, so we use the acronym IBC. And let me tell you, IBC and no women. I did work in finance. I had 2 full-time jobs on Wall Street. One was being an investment banking analyst, and the other was telling people I was an investment banking analyst. I remember one time we had a meeting, and one of the guys started pounding his chest like he was Leo from Wolf of Wall Street. And soon enough, one by one, people joined in pounding their chests until the entire team realized the first guy was choking. I think people today have truly lost the art of good conversation. Like, I don't want to hear about your transformative experience studying abroad in Madrid. I want to hear what you think about my semester in Barcelona. I'm from Connecticut, obviously. I know you're probably thinking that I'm a stereotypical guy from Connecticut, but I bet I could change your mind if we got a chance to hang out and play tennis. People don't believe me that I take a lot of baths. Yeah. I'm like, where else am I supposed to read Jane Austen? I love Jane Austen. She's so witty. Yeah. Every time I read one of her novels, there's a couple lines that make me spit out my Chardonnay. Yeah, I don't want to give the impression that I'm splashing around in the tub. You know, I take my baths very, very seriously. No bubbles, no bullshit. When I'm at a restaurant, the waiter asks, still or sparkling? I say I like my water the way I like my baths. No bubbles, no bullshit. My bath is made of porcelain, so my buddies call me the Porcelain Prince. PP for short. Which also stands for phenomenal posture, because I sit in the bathtub at a perfect 90-degree angle. I look like I'm driving a go-kart. Vroom, vroom. I think every Speedo should have a built-in bulge. A training bulge. The logic behind it is there's a lot of kids that are insecure about wearing the Speedos, and they end up quitting swimming. So by standardizing the bulge, that way the kids can focus on the prize, not the size. All I'm trying to say is I think I could have been a really good swimmer. I'm trying to do some self-improvement stuff. I've been trying to get into running, but I'm insecure about my speed. So I've started running with a piece of paper in my hand to make it seem like I'm just late to a meeting. Also been trying to improve my jawline, so I've been going to sleep wearing a ball gag. Nothing too fancy though, just your textbook red ball gag. Khakis in the streets, ball gag in the sheets. The only nice thing about having to wear the mask in public during the pandemic is I also got to wear my ball gag in public. Khakis in the streets, ball gag also in the streets. All right, my name's Eric Walsh. Thank you very much.
Eric Walsh. Eric Walsh, Eric Walsh. Do you have a special or anything? A Netflix special? Or... That was funny. I mean, let's have another round of applause for Eric Walsh. Well done. Great stuff. All right, is Igor in the house? Let's get Igor up here. Igor? Sorry. Igor. Either way. Igor.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. So y'all, I'm gonna sing 2 songs for you. First one is in Russian, which is not a very trendy moment at the moment. So I'm just gonna say Eastern European. How about that? It's one of my first songs I ever wrote. It's basically about love. Everything's about love. How y'all doing? Is everybody doing good? All right. Okay. I haven't done it in a while, so wish me luck. She's blocking my way. Судьбою не затмишь огонь, и каждый прочерк снова первый. Годами веришь, ждешь того, кто так же глядит той надеждой. Не губит сны чужих сердца, не хочет видеть боль отвергнуть. Весна приходит не за нас, и осень даст тебе ответный, но каждый миг из высоты спасением бродит снова где-то, и грези до конца любовь. И если сегодня не то, молитвы уходят на завтра. Меняешь героев на вечный покой. Прощение дается не каждым, и каждый прочерк снова первый. И грези до конца любовь. Something like that. Thank you so much. For the second song, I would love to invite back Luke Herberman on stage. Give it up for Luke. Oh, he's right there. Hello. Oh, your glasses. They're all so fancy. Okay, this one was like super romantic and stuff, but this next one is a little more fun. It's dedicated to my ex. We've been together for about 5.5 years, and you know, it didn't end well, so I wrote this. It's called Free.
I'm just gonna do it without a mic too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go for it.
I haven't seen you in a while, and you look so much worse. Seems like you've been living in denial while life had failed your trust. Used to be my lover then, used to be my hero and my favorite kind of show. Oh, I have been thinking for some time and thought that you should know how you bring my quiet dreams to a louder kind of scene, how you make my world a little clearer, how you turn the page in my most sophisticated mind, how you filled and made me your own mirror. Things have been a little rough, big old city kind of tough, trying to tell my fear to leave my body, being someone else ain't cute. I just never knew I could live my best me and free. I've been wanting to admit that you are my whole world, but why did you take your sweet ass time to move the pace so long? Used to be my future then, used to be my hero and my brightest part of day. And now we moved on with our own path, but I thought that I would say how you changed my quiet dreams to a louder kind of scene, how you make my world a little clearer, how you turned the page in my most sophisticated mind, how you filled and made me your own mirror. Falling to my darkest dreams, turning too much I could scream, healing taking too much time and effort. I could write a song or two, how you broke my heart in two, but my patience is in your possession. How you change my quiet dreams to a louder kind of scene, how you make my world a little clearer, how you turn the page in my most sophisticated mind, how you filled and made me your own mirror. Things have been a little rough, big old city kind of tough, trying to tell my fear to leave my body, being someone else ain't cute. I just never knew I could live my best me and free. Thank you. I don't have any singing gigs coming up, but I do stand-up comedy, so if you're around October 13th at Comedy Shop at 8 p.m. The Bus Witch Show, and I'm in it October 13th, 8 p.m. Thanks so much.
I also wanted to mention that my music is on a streaming platform if you care.
stand-up comedy and music. Oh my God, what talent. We're exploding with talent here on Monday, everybody. Let's have another round of applause for Igor. And Luke Herberman. Woo! All right, we're going to take a short break. I'm sorry, we have to do it. We have to get a station identification. We gotta, make money, talk to our sponsors, get some more drinks, do some shots, get some Macallan 25 year. Let's get fucked up, right? Let's get fucked up. So we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. Hit it. KGB Open Mic Mondays, hosted by Easy Paradigm.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.